And from Soul Asylum to Quietchild. Welcome, Quietchild. We have you in studio.
Hello.
Yes. Very excited to have you both.
Yes, we're excited to be here.
Yeah, can I have each of you introduce yourselves so people can put the voice with the name?
Totally.
Yeah.
My name is Drew, and I'm the lead singer of the band.
My name is Galen, and I'm the drummer and producer for Quietchild.
And there's someone that we're missing.
Yes, unfortunately, Kyler could not be here today. He is also
He's a singer,
pianist,
producer.
All of us kind of mix and mingle everything. So, big core member of the band.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we are delighted to have the two of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the band and how you guys got together and
Well,
history.
we're a pop band, so that's something that's kind of really fun to us since I feel like there's not a lot of that we see. So we make all of our original music. And Galen, you and Kyler actually started this in high school.
Kyler and I started the band in high school. We had a music teacher, Mr. Mezzaloris, who's the orchestra teacher in Madison, Wisconsin, is where we started. And he was an absolute sweetheart. And our senior year of high school, Kyler and I, we played in band. We played trombone, we played drums, we played piano. We did the musical together, but we were just always looking for our own creative time. And Kyler and I were writing tiny song, like 30-second loop of this is a cool thing, and it has two notes, you know. And we would show each other that on like listen to this on my iPod, you know. And Mr. Mez was like, okay, I want to do a project with you guys. If you guys can figure out, we could do an independent study on your senior year of high school. You can figure out how to write an album, put as many songs as you can on there. It's I'm going to give you a pass or fail. It's kind of like high stakes, but I know you guys can do this. And he kind of gave us the organization in the room, and he got us our first computer and said, you guys, like for the last hour of every day, you're going to come down to the music room and work on this project. And if by the end of the I think we had like, I don't know, 6 weeks or 10 weeks or something like that. It's like by the end of that, if you have an album, you get an A, and if you don't have an album, you get an F.
Totally.
And
then you guys also, the name Quietchild came from them doing and creating the songs while choir practice was going on right next door.
Yes.
And so they always got yelled at by the
That's
teachers.
awesome. That's awesome.
And so they're like, be quiet, child. And they're like, what if we use that? So we're anything but quiet.
we are anything but quiet.
But yeah, so like a nice little high school homegrown start. You guys,
Yes.
they did win like a Madison Award.
We did Battle of the Bands at our little high school, and then we won the MAMAs, which is the Madison Area Music Association Awards for up-and-coming youth band.
And then I joined the band once we met in college at UW Eau Claire. Shout out to the Blue Golds. Love you guys.
Wrong campus.
And then, I met Kyler, and they were looking for a singer. You guys, Kyler sings, you sang a little bit, but like they needed somebody that was their role, and I was looking for a band. So it somehow just ended up that we fell into each other's laps, and now we're here.
Yeah, and it haven't stopped ever since.
Nope.
Been writing
It's getting
songs,
crazier and crazier.
playing more and more shows.
Exactly.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. One, a nod to the teacher who said, do that. I mean, that is a gift.
It's huge.
That is a gift. And you can send them the recording of this. I mean,
I know.
We're so
I haven't done a lot of teaching in my time, but wow, that is absolutely. But then for you to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Had you met before you'd gone to college, or did you meet in college?
We met in college.
Okay.
So, and I didn't know you for the longest time, but Kyler and I were pretty good friends throughout all of college, and then just kept following the passion, and then this man kept coming up with crazy song ideas and just kept needing more, and but it is pretty cool that it all started from a teacher's encouragement.
Yes. I found the right people, or I have this crazy song idea, or I have this song idea, and hear me out. It's like, it's really, really rough right now, and it's just me mumbling it, and maybe it's recorded on my phone or my computer, like a first demo, and and Kyler and Drew are phenomenal at just being like, yeah, I hear you, what can we do to make it better? Like, she's such a talented singer. She's just like, oh yeah, what if it was just I'm like, oh, yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
It's like, I actually had that idea in my head the entire time.
Yeah, for sure.
How perfectly matched, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. it's kind of crazy because, I mean, how many bands are looking for a singer too?
Right.
You know, like how many people are looking for that one singular role that, I mean, I don't play any instruments, so it's like that was my only way to get into a band. You know, I kind of grew up not in the recording sense, but I grew up singing live and doing like musicals and all that stuff, so that was my expertise.
So from high school or
Yes.
from other, so the high school musicals, did you play in a high school? Two different questions. I mean, did you play in the high school band or the orchestra or whatever we were singing? We, you know.
Yes.
And were you in a band outside of school?
No. So this is my first project, my first band, which is really cool.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
know. So it's been awesome. But yeah, no, I just did musicals, and then I did like choir and like WSMA, which is just like the music like awards, like solo ensemble in Wisconsin. But yeah, this was my first band, and I grasped onto it. I said, I'm gonna make this.
She went from being like okay, let me find my place, let me find my voice, to like very quickly taking it on, like embracing it, and then pushing us forward, pushing us in new directions, being the one who's put us into this scene with live shows and communicating with venues, and like from all the decorations, all of our shows have like a theme and have outfits.
Oh, yeah, the outfits are definitely all.
And that's all, and just having the right sound and bringing a level of like confidence and theatrics that every band needs when they're performing live. That embraces, that takes the audience in.
And I think one really special part about what we have is that we all do like each other. You know, we all are friends. I mean, you guys being high school friends and keeping that friendship alive, which I think is just like, that's hard to say. I don't have any high school friends still, basically.
Yeah.
So just like all of us having first friendship as our base and like respect and creativity with that, and then on top of that being able to have the more like creative and then more having to have the hard conversation and business side of things as well. Like we really have a good team.
We already had the support system,
Yes.
and then the music came with that.
Yes.
But Gayla, you kind of came in having produced an album, and Drew, you're coming from, I mean, you did competitive performing. I mean, that is ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, right? That really is.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better match.
No, it's like when you see that cliche scene where in the science room after class, and the guy's putting in the little column A, little column B into the beaker, and it goes.
Oh my gosh.
And we were just like, let's put it together, let's see what fire happens, and then if we haven't even had to control it, it's just
crazy.
gone crazy and been worth it.
Well, and I mean, like, the learning curve of me only ever doing live stuff to then them only ever doing producing and like recording, you know, that was a very interesting meshing of both of our sides of music.
Yes.
Because I had never even I didn't know what a DAW was, you know, like I had no idea what that even meant.
Yeah.
And then now it's like,
and that's all
you guys have
Tyler
so much, exactly, that's how you guys got into it, and you guys have so much knowledge, and just like how quickly we were able to kind of blend my knowledge of what performing live means and what like how that looks, how that feels, how we should be natural on stage, to you guys showing me how to record and have a good creative song process.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool.
I think a song that we've always been mega fond about, that's always had a special place in our heart, is called Mountain Time, that on our Spotify, and that one is the first song that Drew did with us as fully herself as the singer. Wasn't
my first solo
solo song, and first song where you could really just hear you like finding your voice, finding what our voice as a band was, what our new voice as a band was. And it just holds a special place in our heart.
And you started that one first, though. Like, he sat on this song for, like, we just actually went through it through our drive the other day, like, looking at all the old demos. And it started off with him in 2022 coming up with the idea, and it sounded, like, completely different. And then he came back to it roughly around when I started getting in the band, and, like, kind of started tweaking some of the ideas and, like having a rough demo. And then he brought it to me, and then it just clicked. It was, like, one of our first songs as a band that just, like, went so fast and was meant to just like be what it was when we did it.
Fell into place.
And like listening back, it is definitely, you could tell it's my first solo song.
Yeah.
There's definitely some.
This was a recording process. This is capturing like a moment in time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's very special.
Yes.
Feels like we should listen to it.
I think
Would
we
you guys
should.
be up?
Let's do it.
I would love it.
All right. Mountain Time from Quietchild in studio. Well, recorded. Listening in studio. Here we go. Now, on the radio, people can just hear this, but on this, obviously, they can.
Perfect. Hi.
Perfect.
It's like to remind people.
Yes.
So, if you feel like you need to,
out now.
exactly, if you feel like you need to drop an F-bomb right now, don't talk shade about your roommate.
We were talking about that earlier, and I was like, okay, filter on.
Oh my gosh! Now that Kyler's not here.
Yeah. It is, yeah. People are generally good about cleaning it up.
Yeah, good. Good.
And then sometimes you just can't. That was the funny thing of doing all the Zoom interviews. There was something where I was like, never on air.
Yeah.
It's too many.
Yeah. Yeah, I can have a little bit of a potty mouth sometimes at our shows, but I try to clean it up when we're doing formal things,
Yeah, we're like, is this an 18+ venue or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom is always like, great job. Maybe too much swearing. And I'm like, oh, sorry, Mom.
My mom watched a video of me speaking at a rally.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to drop the F-bomb.
Yeah.
I don't know why you gotta say shit, Mom. Like, come on.
Mom, it's to save the world.
Exactly. I think fuck Trump, but not that. She's 150% down with that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly my mom too. She's like, she will drop so many F-bombs when it's regarding that man, but
Yeah.
the moment her daughter starts.
Right. Right.
Like, Mom, I learned this from you, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I have 3 daughters. Their dad's from Ireland. And I used to pretend like that's where they got all the swearing from.
Oh.
No. Absolutely not. He does not swear.
But it's a good scapegoat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm actually
No, and nobody could swear like the fucking Irish. I fucking tell you, I fucking now, But even when we lived over there, he didn't,
Aw. I'm actually going to go to Ireland here.
Are you?
At the end of May, yeah.
What are you doing there?
I'm going with a friend, and we're going to hang out and just enjoy the space, take a break. We've been doing a lot of stuff.
See now, do you know where you're going? I'm looking at
Wales, and Dublin.
Dublin?
Yeah.
I love Dublin.
Yeah.
Lived there for years. I have a daughter who lives in Galway.
Ooh.
So if you happen to...
Come that way?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Yeah. I think we should just do something like that. It'd be like the latest pop. Joker Juice. Whatever it is.
Mountain Time by Quietchild, who we have in studio.
Woo.
I love that. It is fun to listen to good pop music.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Why pop?
Ooh, I mean, I just grew up on pop, and I think you started more trap.
That's where production-wise, yes.
Kyler's country. No, I'm kidding. He's more
Kyler's are like EDM,
So
electronic
Okay,
music.
well,
yeah.
And then Drew's like just
R&B
and pop. And I started like doing producing as like kind of hip hop stuff, but then also always loved like pop music.
Yeah, so we just kind of like, with all of our different styles, kind of found a middle ground, and we always pull from different genres. Like each song has a different vibe, but pop was just kind of the overarching thing that we kept finding ourselves going back to. I mean, when we first started, it was like indie, electronic, pop. We always tried to avoid the pop label, but then now we just embraced it because why not, right?
And you can have fun with it.
Exactly.
You can have so much fun with it.
And it kind of just opens up, like, yeah, it has influences from this genre, but it's pop,
Do you find it hard to pair yourself with other bands? Because I gotta be honest, I know the local scene, There's not a huge pops. There are a couple bands, but, you know, it's not the primary focus here in the Twin Cities. So is it hard for you guys?
It actually, yes. But not in like a bad way. I think it's kind of fun to always do just like to showcase different genres. So we kind of just like have found bands that like either match our energy like in the band type of way, like how many pieces, or just like maybe sometimes we'll lean a little bit more electronic. It's kind of fun because we like to do themes anyways, so we can kind of like curate each bill to kind of match what we're trying to create, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes, in terms of like collaborating, and we've tried to do a pop bill, and there's not a lot it's hard to find. But I feel like there's a lot of bands that I've been finding that have like similar sound, even if they don't claim pop. Like they might claim more indie, but then like their sound might lean a little bit more towards what we're doing.
Yeah,
so that's kind of
true.
Fun too.
Yeah. We and honestly sometimes it's a nice challenge, and it's fun because we'll put a bill together and we'll have like one kind of electronic person that gets the crowds hyped up, and we have one person like that's kind of soft, and it's the right time of the night when people are like dancing and mellowing out, and so we've done shows like house shows where we like play music beforehand, just like on Spotify or with a DJ, and then played our set, and then transition that set into like more people coming up on stage and jamming, and then that transitions to like then people coming up and singing, and then doing covers, and then karaoke, and then it just becomes like a party, a karaoke party. And
it is kind of freeing in that way that we can kind of do whatever. We can kind of make it our own. Like whatever that pop show looks like to us is what we can make it, because there's not really any expectations, you know? So that's kind of fun in that way too. But yeah.
Well, I like the idea of the curation of it. It makes me think of a chef planning a meal more than just we're gonna have a party. We're gonna play these, you know, this music, and I because it's just see a fan of EDM, but also but I would go to shows where it'd be EDM and then some like harsh ambient noise. But then at a certain point, there'd either be some great dance music or some pop music at about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. You know, and there's just there's a time and a place where you're like, that's just what I didn't know I needed that, but that's just what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an opportunity to kind of introduce people to lots of different genre. I mean, I think that's... Also, I appreciate anybody who just owns the genre that they are in.
Amen.
I mean, there are times where people want to defy that, and one, I have a library degree, so damn it, there's a category for this. And when you're asking, I'm not going to hold you to anything, but sometimes it's just like, am I wearing my tennis shoes? Am I wearing my cowboy boots? Am I wearing, it's just a little bit of what should I plan for? You know, do I need to be wearing dance stuff? But so I think that's super helpful.
Totally. And we just felt like pop is just what we align ourselves with. And it was, again, like it was just, at the end of the day, we're just like, okay, we're just going to own this. We're a pop female lead vocalist and run with that. Then kind of finding our brand through that too, you know, like that helped us also figure out how we want to look, appear, and hold ourselves too. And once we embraced that, I think things became a little bit clearer. Even in our sound too, as well. Yes,
we've always been in a chase of finding our identity as a band. I think a lot of bands feel that way. Mm-hmm. It's like we every time we feel like we know ourselves, there's like a next little step we want to take, and then that always happens. And a good example of that is we're like, with each song is kind of a step in a genre that we're pulling from, while also taking that inspiration and creating our own sound with it.
And with that too, with our identity, which I think why we landed on pop and what kind of like the journey to that was that like we also, I mean, I'm like lead vocalist, but we also, like we said, Kyler has his own songs and he also leads on songs as well. So, and we have a lot of duets. So like, how do you have a band that has two lead, like, or two singers that have different songs and different vibes and how they perform and everything, and then just blending that all into that pop genre helped us kind of figure out our identity together as a band, a very dynamic band.
Yes.
You know,
with two main singers and 3 people writing songs.
Yes.
You've written songs.
Yes.
Kyler's written songs. I've written songs, and we all bring them to each other and say, how do we
make this work?
How does this song that lives in this soul person? How does that become a song that lives in all 3 of us?
Quietchild, right?
Quietchild. And
What is that? How do we quietchildify it? You know?
Exactly. We do unironically use that term sometimes.
Yeah.
How do we
Anything can be a verb.
quietchildify it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm saying.
That's very quiet child.
And I think one thing that I like that we do, and with like, you know, again, not finding a lot of people with the same type of sound, is that it gives, like you said, it gives the ears a break throughout this live show. Like even within our own set, like we go from like a more R&B inspired song to a more like Love Bomb later on here. Like that's a very much a solid basic pop song that we created. Like think Sabrina Carpenter type of esque song.
Sing along in the
And then we
crowd.
have Kyler who has like a Why We're Fighting, which is more
Like
rocky.
rocky,
And so
emo-y.
even within our own set, you have different breakup of sounds that it makes it, I think, easier to follow along with, because I feel like sometimes there's really, really great bands, but sometimes the sound just starts to blend. And maybe that's also just a type of show too.
Yes.
Just to create that whole ambient vibe.
I think certainly with ambient. I mean, that's the although what I used to love to do is write live reviews of just very. So I'd like to pick out the different nuances for this, but no, I mean like drone, not drones. The idea is 36 hours of a drone, but otherwise, well, Langan and I have gone to some shows, some festivals lately where we see 20 bands, 36 bands in a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and now to be fair, you're not watching 3 songs from every. I mean that math doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're like, what do we remember?
Yeah.
Listening to, and I think especially when people have the time to be there for a few songs. But say you're playing with 3 or 4 other bands, where there's a variety that gives more of something. Say that's the one I remember that. I remember that shift. I remember that.
Exactly.
Because when it starts to sound all the same, unless again by design, that's the genre. That's
Right.
that's the vibe or that's whatever. I that to me is huge.
I think lastly, the other reason we chose pop is because, like, it was also just the term that was the closest because it's the most exciting. And like Kyler is very high energy.
Yes.
I'm a high energy guy, and I'm the lowest of high energies out of the 3.
Yeah.
Drew
That's
is
awesome.
a very high energy. We're always doing stuff. We're like this idea. Whoa, what if we
Yeah,
did
we're
this?
too energetic for
Yes, and so pop was just like literally a bubble popping. It's like that is us. That is our whole band. And even in this Love Bomb song, there's like a lyric in the second verse that's like, it's like,
Atomic Candy Shock. Yeah, and just
and there's like pop sound effects. Like this song has like little sound effects and like a champagne bottle on capping and stuff like that.
Which we've done, like some of the sound effects that we'll put in songs will like literally be us in the studio like clinking a glass together, or like Kyler in this song you'll hear like a whistle down that sounds like a little like I guess like a bomb dropping.
Yeah.
Not to get weird, but but it sounds like that, and he did that like whistle himself. Like, I think it's just fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, shall we listen to it?
Let's do
We
it.
should. Yeah.
For I'm just going to say we are going to listen to Love Bomb on Mostly Minnesota Music on WMCN 91.7 FM by Quietchild, who we have in studio. But let's take a listen. God, it just reminds me of those two.
Yeah, this is definitely our most pop for sure.
Oh, hit for that one. No, that's me.
How do I leave a baby?
Find a scrap of paper somewhere.
At one point, there were a lot of little babies in there.
There's so many little babies in there.
Are there?
Yeah.
So,
There's like this whole pile of like old.
Is this scrap?
Some of it, there's some old. I mean, honestly.
oh, just rip some out of but not a clean one.
Shit, not a clean one.
What?
Good.
There. The bottom one,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing. Galen with the little baby. That's so fun.
So that, like, that notebook is like, that cost me $400, that notebook.
A quiet child. Oh, wow. Way to be right on the nose.
Do we want to do, how many songs do you think we should?
Probably have time for one or two more.
Yeah, but how many do you want to
It's
do
up
more?
you.
You do one or two more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one would you want to?
Hey, you're queued it up without any, no assist here.
It's way easier when you.
Yeah, I know.
We
Yeah,
have some bands on here that they'll just keep talking. I'm like, what song do you want to play? I don't know. Well, give me a song.
Yeah. Oh, Temptation's a good one.
Temptation's a good one. Birdsong is a good one.
Birdsong is a good one. Joker is our newest one, but that might be a little too like for video. It's pretty angsty. It's my picket
We can't do Birdsong.
Oh, yes.
Because you have an
it's
explicit.
Totally fair.
Sorry.
So-
But I can do Temptation,
This-
Temptation. Okay, perfect.
if you want to do that
And
one.
then maybe Joker. No, Joker's kind of a lot actually. Or Young Again. That was cute.
Has?
Or Show Me and go way back.
We could go way back. How do you draw a baby? I'm just gonna like.
Their heads are big. They're chubby.
Oh.
Like their arms, their legs are all.
The
He.
rolls.
They can only look
Yeah.
at their hands like this
He's
high
an
over their head.
Yeah, he's an MA, so he works a lot with like.
I work with babies.
Yeah.
In
Oh.
I'm in healthcare. So.
I've like never seen a baby.
Alright.
Love Bomb by Quietchild, who we have in studio. Yay. Yeah, that's a smooth song. That's
thanks.
very,
Just a vibey one.
Yes.
yeah.
It's funny because when you listen back to the songs, they sound very well controlled, but our process is more chaotic than the product comes
Yeah.
out controlled.
Yes, we are definitely three passionate people. And I mean, that's the thing. It's not just one of us. Like, when we write a song, it's all three of us collaborating for most of it. Some of them, they have more of a lead. Like, our latest one, Just Joker here, that we had released, that was me basically leading all of that. And then I brought it to you guys as a finished product. But most of the time, it's all of us. Like, Galen has the idea, and then I sing a few of the melody ideas, and then Kyler, like, put some lyrics in there, and we all switch roles a little bit here and
Yes.
there, and it's a whole storm of a process, and then somehow we have a
Yeah,
finished product. Now without some conflict sometimes.
Yes.
How do you manage the conflict? I mean, obviously there's going to be conflict when you're all
Yes.
so passionate about what you're doing. How do you mitigate that? What do you do to get through it? You know.
We have a really good philosophy that I think we've just learned over time. I don't think there's like a good way to speed run this or do it really quick, but is that we realized a thing that we say, oh, that's bad, that's not good, I think this should change, is a statement on the music and a statement on the art, and not a statement on the person or their creative abilities.
Yes.
Like, we can get really caught up in, no, that vocal should go up or down, or that should be that's the wrong word, or you're pronouncing that wrong, or just anything that comes up when you're writing and recording a song.
Yeah.
But to do that process like swiftly, and so you don't lose the ideas, you just say what you're feeling in the moment, and we all, it's three passionate people just saying what they're feeling in the moment, and we have learned, and it's very good to keep in mind that like that's what we're commenting on is the art and the art form, and not the individual people.
Exactly, and that was definitely, when I first joined the band, definitely something I had to get used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, how
Yeah.
many voodoo dolls have you each gone through?
Right,
Other
right.
people in
Oh
the
my god,
band?
I'm on my fifth. No.
Right.
No, that's a really good way of putting it. And like, we just have to be really blunt with each other. You know, like there's there's a tricky part too, where like it also will sometimes leak into our everyday life, because we also are like really close friends. We do hang out all the time. Like Kyler and I used to live together, so like it would sometimes also like leak into our personal life, where it's
Yeah.
like we're just super blunt.
Yes.
And then we have to kind of remember sometimes, okay, wait, we're not in the music making process. We can
Yes.
be a little bit more sugar-coaty, you know, if we want to, just for the
Say
sake
some
of,
thank yous, are
please,
okay?
yeah,
Yes,
please,
yes, they are.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, that is exactly it. We just try to remember this is our quickest way to do this. Is just be blunt, be honest, and then be respectful.
Yes.
And also apologize and like work through things if
Yes.
you've gone too far too.
Absolutely. We do a really good job. Another thing, because mistakes happen, we all make mistakes, and we all get more heated than we mean. We've done a really good job at coming after the moment, like taking time to walk away, decompress, whatever, and then after the moment, like, hey, I hear your ideas. I think what you said was good.
Let's try it out.
Let's try it out. let's you know, I think you're a talented person. I'm super lucky to be
Even
in a
though I
band
think
with
this
you.
idea is bad, let's try it anyway.
Just for you. Just for you.
I love you.
Yeah.
How many? Please try it.
Please, it's a good idea. And then it will be a good idea, and I'm like, okay.
Or the other way around,
Right.
it's like, why did I waste so much time on that?
Yeah.
That's with the kind of production side. I feel like I have to work fast, and I don't mean that because I'm like on a timeline or I'm working for someone. It's really beautiful to work for this band and do the production for this band, because I don't have a timeline in that regard, but I have a timeline in my head because my creative process is like, I just have so many ideas flowing, and I've gotten faster and faster at working on the computer, mixing, mastering, or producing, editing volumes,
Mixing as we go.
mixing as we go, as we're recording, like comping or placing vocal sections as we're recording. I have templates, and the reason I want to do that quickly is because I don't want to lose any of those initial ideas or that passion, and that your first ideas often are your best ideas, because it's really hard to work on a song for a while,
hit an inspiration like thread.
yes, and then have to stop that, and then we've had this where we just kind of went on tour. We went on a Monarch tour, kind of played across the Midwest.
Yeah.
And we right before that we got a little cabin in the middle of nowhere, and just the three of us, and we got our laptop and speakers, and we just wrote songs, and we were like, we wanted
trying to write in Poppy P
coming up
in the summer, and so we just nailed on. And also, one thing I want to say first, I don't think we mentioned this, but we're also a long distance band. So he lives in Madison currently, and we
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
their
yes.
city space.
So we'll talk a little bit about the touring in a minute, because you do a great job of doing that. Oh, so you live in Madison now, and you...
and me and Kylie are in here in the cities.
Okay.
So that makes it way more incredibly difficult for the
Yeah.
producing that we're doing, because every single night, basically, we all work 9 to 5s, and then afterwards we go to our second job, or our passion
Right,
job,
right.
which is right after work. We log on Discord,
Yeah.
and we continue to create music and write through Discord, and you're like either put a song in the drive, and then we bring that up, and then we record at Kyler's, we have an at-home studio.
Yeah.
But all of this is done through you being hours away.
Yes, and we've really, it's taken a while, but we found our process with that. It's still not ideal or perfect as being in person all the time, but we have streamlined and we meet weekly of what the week's gonna look like. On Sundays
Being super on top
we're
of
on top of it.
planning.
Yep, and we're gonna do this night. We're gonna work on this song. Here are our goals for that song. So that's been really helpful.
And that's why that cabin day was so special, because we'll hit a flow state with an inspiration for an idea of a song over Discord, which is hard to do, but when we do it, we'll try to go as fast as we can, but then we have to go to bed, and then we have to go to work, because we all have to be a little bit, in the machine still.
Yeah.
And so that's why that taking off time and just sitting together in one room, no weird miscommunications over internet, and then just being able to ride that together.
Yeah, and we wrote some really good song demos at that cabin. We're super excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 weeks later, we were like, okay, we're starting this tour. And so why we try to work fast when we have the spark and when we have the inspiration, when we're all together, is because get the idea down, get all of the ideas you have in your head, and we can clean it up, is what we say. We use that term all the time, cut out any weird clicks, or re-record a couple of lines if we need to, but get the song living and on its own two legs and walking.
Because then it's so much easier to come back and be like, oh yeah, like that is an idea that worked. Oh yeah, that idea doesn't work. Like just throw as much as you can at the wall and see what sticks.
Yes.
And if we don't do that, it's really hard to come back and be like, what was my idea for this?
What emotions were I feeling at that time?
Right, because every day your emotions are differently. Like maybe one day you're feeling a little bit more sad, and then that comes out in the music song, and then maybe the next day you're not. Like, it's very much we just try to throw as much as we can and then clean it up, like you said.
Yes. I think our song Joker, which is our newest song, and that was spearheaded by Drew and written by Drew, it really is a perfect example of that, because like just initially she just came to Kyler and I, well even before then she just wrote the idea and had it, was with our other friends who are also musicians, Liza and Phil, really talented musicians, and was just hanging out with them as friends, and then
I had a lot to say one day.
Yeah.
Just put it that way.
Came from, it's like captures a real moment in time and talks about something very emotional, and like you recorded all of those vocals just like, you know, like not in a studio, like just sitting down with a mic.
Yeah, well that one was Joker was a little bit more different for me, because when it was the first song I've ever written fully by myself, basically. Like I created the idea with some friends, and then I just became obsessed with that song. I never lost what it meant to me, you know, because it was about a whole like situation I had with a friendship breakup that just like really like, I don't know, it messed with you, you know, and I'm a sensitive girl, and so I had a lot to say, and that like when I was going through it while creating this song, so that song was just it became my obsession. So I didn't do it all right away, but I constantly worked on it like for like a solid month, just like tweaking and doing things. I don't even think I really cleaned it up. I think I just kept adding things and just like got everything out, and then...
That's what I was going to say. You did that exact technique. That's when you were going through that process.
Yeah, multi-days.
It's the best time. It didn't have to be one day. It was like a whole month of that initial phase, but like a lot of the vocals, almost all the violins, like a lot of like the ideas, the reverb, that's very like iconic for this song, like all of those specific sounds you wanted, the backing vocals. You just like, those were all from that moment in time at the beginning.
I agree.
I mean, I know you were a little hesitant to play this song, but
Let's play it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna it sounds like when passion meets discipline in an amazing way.
Yes, it was definitely it's just, I get sensitive about this song because it means so much to me, and you know, it's my pain baby, so like maybe that's what the baby I should write. Very sorry.
That's the baby we need.
So we can definitely share it.
All right, let's hear it. Joker by Quietchild.
Sorry. Here we are saying we're popping, and there's just so many different like feelings coming through.
All right, we can probably play one more song, but we might shift to talk about the upcoming show.
Please.
Love it.
Absolutely.
I'm usually so organized. You guys are good and organized. You know what you want to talk. You do a great job.
Okay,
that's
good. We were not sure.
We woke up. We were like, for a while. We were like, what are we saying?
I was like, oh God, we've never done this before. So I'm really happy to hear that.
No, and I don't know if you had a list of things you knew you wanted to talk about, or just talk about a couple different songs, but you've nailed it. No, you just really, you're focused.
Good.
That's that discipline.
Yay.
Like you do know what you do know what you want.
Yeah. We definitely do know what we want, but just like the media aspect is always scarier than in my head.
It's very, very natural.
Yay!
So we get a lot of flowing.
Yeah.
Flowing. Just bite me. My back is, for me to sit down, I'm like,
oh yeah, I'm so
no, what are you going to, but it just means I'm not as.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everyone else.
You said fat arms, and I just did.
Yeah, you did fat everything.
Does this count as a baby? I was gonna. What? LOL.
I'm not a good drawer.
Crybaby. Every time I listen to this song, it just brings back up those emotions.
Yeah.
Man. Wait, we didn't take a baby.
Oh, there used to be tiny baby dolls that were in there.
there's little
That's
plastic
why
ones too.
Okay.
But I think those are long gone at this
Yeah,
point.
That's so fair. Oh, I love this one.
That's cute.
Perfect.
That's me.
We're on record. I don't want to do it.
That's you're just kidding. I never lose my cool ever. Yeah, we can do Temptation first, and then I'll get Turf Club.
Talk Turf Club and then play Temptation.
TTs.
Joker by Quietchild, who we have in studio.
Yay.
That's a little cathartic just to listen to.
Yay!
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say that later into the evening, get somebody dancing going. People can be shaking out some.
Exactly. No, it was a very cathartic song to record, and with my friend Lauren too. Like, she did all the violins on there with me. And it was super
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Yes.
Very talented family.
Yes. Lauren Eklund. So shout out to her.
So it's hard because what a joy to be able to bring in people with different
Yes.
talents and different.
It was one of the first times we've done that too, where
Yeah.
we brought in like live instruments in the studio, and also it was nice because me and Lauren were like, had a budding friendship and have just become so close, especially through that song. And so having a song about some lost friendships with a new friend was also very cathartic in itself too. So
Way to
Yes.
make lemonade from lemons there.
seriously,
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
And she's the best person to do that with.
Yeah, she is.
No, I'm just going to segue right to it.
Yeah.
It is nice when you can play with different folks and line up different shows, because I know one of the things we want to make sure to talk about is the For Our Neighbors show coming up on Thursday.
Yes, and speaking of cathartic and that, I mean, this Turf Club show is meaningful for us in the way of just like it being the first time that we're playing there, and also just the whole night is just about community and collective care. All of the proceeds of it are going to be going to Neighbors Helping Neighbor, and I don't know, that's just something we're very politically like active band that we all, and outside of the band and in our own lives and with the band, care about uplifting voices and giving back to our community. And after all, you know, the recent ICE raids and everything, like I think it was nearly over 6,000 evictions were filed, and that's just continuing, like was just raising too. So even though like the initial surge is seemingly, you know, over, it's still not done, and you know the damage has been done.
That's
and so it's still so important for us to show up for our community, even though it seems months later. But that stuff takes so much rebuilding. So that's what we're really hoping to do with the show, with Clover's daughter, Third Date, DJ Nanobite, and us, Quietchild. Like really hoping to raise some money to give back to our community, because what are we without each other? You know.
Yes.
So.
Well, and I'm so happy with all of the bands that are doing so much work like this, because it is going to take, I mean, it's going to take months and months and months to recover. And as you said, the surge of the menstrual surge we're not feeling it like we did 3 months ago. We're not a couple months ago, but it's still happening. I mean, you can see they're still bringing new trucks to the Whipple. I mean, you're still hearing about all the stuff that's, which means I should remind, I think today they are looking for donations for Haven Watch at the Whipple, starting right about now. So if folks have donations they want to bring down to the Whipple building for Haven Watch, there you go. But it's going to take all of us.
Yes.
And at a certain point, so you're going to pay money to see a show that the artists that are generous enough to perform for something like that, it's awesome because it's just going to have to become part of our everyday.
Exactly.
The way that just giving money couldn't be in the same,
Exactly.
That's hard to be sustainable because for many of us, we've been given time and money and everything else really since before Thanksgiving, if not before then. But the push really, I think, started right before Thanksgiving. Before they really announced the Metro Surge, but about when they started that. So
agreed. And I mean, I've always been an avid believer that like art is always political, and that there's definitely some people who want to keep that separate and to each their own. But for us, it's like I would not want to have a platform if I'm not going to be able to use it in a way to also uplift my community and try to give back and try to raise awareness for different things. And what a better way to like be able to raise money while also feeling joy together, and being in such a political, like, just even daring to create during politically rough times is part of that resistance, and being together. A part of that, yes.
People coming together, people coming to shows, still coming out.
Right.
Donating.
Being around your loved ones, being around people, and not just being, like, isolated, because that's when they start winning, is when they want us to be alone and want us to be isolated, and that was really hard for a while, and people felt like they had to be, and some people still feel like they have to be, so helping out with whatever we can to show they're not alone.
Well, and being out for the people who really can't be.
Exactly.
Where it's still not safe to be leaving their homes. It's still not safe to be, so I think that's, I think it'll be a great night of catharsis there.
I agree. And honestly, like, I just want to get just a little bit personal. I mean, with that whole, like, the surge and everything, even just, like, I mean, I'm a brown woman. I'm also an immigrant. Like, finding a way to how to give and fight back against things while also trying to be safe is something that I've never felt to this extent.
Right.
Because I've always, fought for so many different movements, but this was one where it was, like, way more sensitive on how I stepped. And so even me being able to, like, use my music, something I care so deeply about, and using that as a way to raise money for the people who are even more vulnerable than me, while also, like, finding that power of, like, this is what I can do, like, this is a safe-ish way for me to do this, like, also very cathartic in that way for me as well, to be doing this with so many other lovely musicians who all care.
Yes. Pop in the past has, at times, not always, but has been seen as a bland, non-offensive, the simplest version of music and sound and culture, and the most least offensive, as you could say, and we don't see it that way. We see our music and our community as it can be pop, and it can be pop that is motivating and pushing and caring and community based and influential and offensive that it needs to be to get the work done that needs to be done.
Yeah. We talk our stuff.
Well, it's a weird time that at times to not be offensive is offensive.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't stand for something,
Yes.
And that's always been my philosophy. I'd rather ruffle feathers and feel good about that than feel like I'm having to hide what I'm thinking or what I care about. It's just not what we're about. We've never been about that.
No.
I have never been one to be quiet.
Yeah.
We're anything but quiet.
Bit of a misnomer there, that quiet child. Then all right, that's fair. Yes,
Take it back to the marketing team.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very happy, and I've always told myself if I had any sort of platform, whether it's to 2 people or to however many, that it will always stand for what we believe, and that's never going to be something I compromise on.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know we want to play one more song,
Yes.
but I'm also looking at the time. So, we're going to listen to Temptation.
Yes.
But before, thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
This has been so fun.
Where can people find you,
Yes.
follow you?
Yes, we're on Instagram, Quietchild _ that's one word, and then we're on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you listen. And then the Turf Club show is this Thursday, April 30th, and we go on later in the night, and doors are at 7.
All right, we're gonna listen to Temptation.
Yes.
Anything you want to say quickly about Temptation before we? Are you tempted to say anything about Temptation?
Nah, this is just Kyler's.
No,
this is his baby. So
this is our other bandmate Kyler. We want to shout out.
enjoy his EDM self, and
Yes.
thank you so much for listening.
This is a great escape song.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is gonna take it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.